and welcome to the HeartWorking Dad podcast. I'm your host, Gabriel Perez, and this is the podcast for Christian fathers looking to do the hard work of HeartWork. And the goal is to provide a practical and spiritual foundation for family leadership. A little bit about myself. I've been with my wife for 19 years. We have 3 kids, and my wife and I both work a full-time job. And in addition to that, we homeschool our kids. Also, in addition to that, I'm a certified biblical parenting coach at the National Center of Biblical Parenting Association. Whew, here we go. I want to talk about overwhelm. How many of us are overwhelmed? How many of us are overwhelmed and we don't even know it? We're just operating at a go pace, and we just find ourselves bitter, frustrated, always angry, short-tempered. Then I may suggest that you might be overwhelmed, just like I'm overwhelmed. This has been something I've been wrestling with. Overwhelmed. Why am I overwhelmed? And I think it's easy in this world to just feel like we have to keep doing more and more and more. As dads, we wear a lot of hats. We go to work. We have to help with the kids' schooling. We got kids' extracurricular activities. We want to be good husbands. We want to listen to our wives. We want to talk with our wives. We want to engage with our wives. Then when do we start taking care of ourselves? When we got to clean up the house. We got to do laundry. There's just so many things that we're trying to get done in a day. And the truth is we can't get these things. We can't get everything done in a day. And if we try to, over time, we will find that we are burnt out and overwhelmed. So what do? You're saying, yeah, I feel that way, but there still needs to be food on the table. I still need to go to my job. I still need to clean up the house. I got cookie crumbs all in my bed. Absolutely. I get it. And here's what I'm learning, because I'm not an expert at this. I'm still trying to navigate this, but I think it's important to address overwhelm, address burnout, because I think as fathers, we are all burnt out at times. And I think the world just says, just keep going. Just keep showing up. And it's good that we show up, but if we don't address this, we're ultimately hurting our spouse, our kids, and ourselves, because we got nothing left to give. So we're giving nothing. It's something that, like I just said, I'm continually trying to figure this out. And here are some things that I'm working on to help battle that. First is saying no so I can say yes. This one has been huge for me because I found that I've overcommitted myself. I've got a men's group. I'm doing this. I'm helping out here. I'm doing, service with the church. And there's all these different things, which are not bad things. These are good things. But just because I don't have the capacity to do these things, I have to back away when I know it's becoming unhealthy. When I know that it's contributing to my stress, when it's contributing to my frustration and angerness and shortness with my family, you have to say no. You have to learn to say no so I can say yes to the things that matter. Because we homeschool, there is just, when I come home from work, I'm in go mode. I'm in go mode because we got to do homeschool, and there's just a weight with homeschool because I and my wife are responsible for my kids' well-being and education. It's kind of a lot. So I come home and I'm just in my mind mentally, there's so much we got to do. And even though homeschool isn't really that time consuming in the sense of actual doing school hour, maybe 2, because we factor things throughout the day, it still puts me in this go method. And if I add stuff onto that, oh, you got to go do this. Oh, you got this thing tonight. I start feeling stressed. I start feeling, I got to hurry up. Come on, let's do this. I'm not finding rest for myself. I'm not having patience for my children, for my spouse. I'm putting pressure on my kids. So when I come home, they're probably feeling like, oh my gosh, we got to go. Dad's home. They had a restful day until dad comes home. So it's understanding that I'm actually putting a lot more pressure, a lot more stress on myself and my family. So I have to say no, because when I say no, that frees up a little bit of my time, a little bit of my energy, a little bit of just my mental capacity to be like, okay, I can come home and kind of take my time with this. So say no so you can say yes. Working out. One thing that I've had to do is work out in the mornings because it's the one time that I can get up early. I can get that done. I've set aside the time for it. That's helped me come home and not have to do my workouts, not have to try and fight the dad bod, because that's the battle that I'm in every day. I love pizza and I love burgers. I'm in just a constant state of fighting the dad bod. So I work out in the morning. You know, it's just alleviating some things later in the day, doing things in the morning, finding a miracle morning. I think it's imperative, and I say this a lot, that as leaders, we should be early risers. We should be first ones to get up in our home. We should be the first ones to dive into the Word so that we are showing and leading the way of the day. I can't think of the word right now. It's drawing a blank. I want to say committing. That's not the word. Consecrating the day. We want to consecrate the day. So be an early morning riser. So we got overwhelm. Say no so you can say yes. Get things done in the morning. And the third is practice self-care. What do you need to operate better? Maybe it's coming home and taking a nap. 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. If you need that nap, take it. It's better to take a nap and lose the 30 minutes than to just go with being tired because you're easily frustrated. Take a nap. Well, or what gives you happiness? What brings you joy? One thing I'm trying to work on is getting back to just allowing myself some time to just play the guitar and have fun with it. Because so often I'll pick it up and then I got to do this. But just giving myself some time to enjoy something that I like. So find something that you enjoy and do it. Maybe give yourself some space. It's something to relieve the pressure of having to get it all done. Now, I know some of these are practical things, and our lives are not really that practical. They're chaotic because whether you got sports, you got all these things to do, it's just still kind of hard. But I feel if we're intentional in trying to find space, we'll find it. If we're intentional to really look at things and say, you know what, this is a good thing, but in this season, I'm going to have to put it down. I'm going to have to lay it to rest for now. Not altogether, but maybe for now. In order that you can show up with a little more oomph in your step, a little more energy, a little less pressure, then you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to, but only you can decide what you can say no to. So my encouragement is to just give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace to give yourself space. We need it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing manly about just running yourself ragged and burnout. Give yourself some grace and space. And the challenge is to find what you may have to say no to so you can say yes to other things. Take some things out of your schedule. Maybe it's social media. I can tell you right now, social media can be a drain. And I'm even probably communicating through social media, through short content film. But we got to have boundaries on that too. We got to find ways to take things out that are taking away from our life, taking away from our energy. So with that, I'm going to land this episode. And I just hope that you find encouragement. I hope that in your overwhelmed too, that you can find someone that you can communicate this to. I don't want to forget to say that. Communicate this overwhelm to a brother, your wife. They need to know how you're feeling so that they can give you the space. They can give you the grace. It's okay. So just want to encourage you in that if you haven't started sharing some of the things that are overwhelming you, that are overtaking your mind and just feeling burnt out. Because I think we all feel that. So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Every Tuesday and Thursday, short 10 to 15 minute episodes designed to give you a challenge and encouragement to help your spiritual and practical leadership for yourself and your family. If you enjoy this, please give a rating and review. Be really appreciated, and share this with a dad who you think needs it, because fatherhood can be a lonely journey. It can be a hard journey. Sometimes we think that there's power in just pushing on, but we need brothers. We need encouragement. We need other men in the fight, standing up for our families. Share this podcast to a father who may need it. Thank you. Let's talk soon next time.